as my friend has introduced me. And yeah, what more do you want to know? I'm waiting for questions.
Sure.
Are we getting straight to it?
Once again, it could be that or like the
we can
weekend.
have a conversation.
The weekend.
How was your weekend? What did you do?
My weekend was dope, actually. I was chilled. I'm a very chilled person.
Yeah.
I was at home. I'm a homebody.
So what do you do? Do you write? Do you come
I
with
paint.
ideas? You paint.
I paint.
Yeah.
I enjoy painting. So most of my weekends I'm at home painting or hanging out with friends.
Sure.
Actually,
Yeah.
Painting as a hobby, or painting as in like you sell you sell your.
I'd like to sell eventually, but at the moment it's just a hobby. I paint clothes, yeah.
And then like, is it something very very like your mom or your dad had to give you like the shandies, and then you started doing it, or like?
Not really. Hey?
Yeah.
It was like an epiphany because I just started painting. So I wasn't really an artist when I started this whole thing. I was a receptionist. And then
Stories of the struggle.
and then left my job, and then after that I was just like, what am I going to do, and I was like so depressed and stressed out. And I think through that whole depression thing, then the art came out, and I started off as a painter. Started off painting, used to sell, but yeah, the industry got the best of me, got busy, couldn't really like fit it into my schedule and stuff. Yeah.
So the model thing is not something that you've been wanting since A1.
Subconsciously it has.
Oh.
Subconsciously it has, but
Physically also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, like, yeah, you know,
yes,
yeah.
I'll take that. But yeah, subconsciously, yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I actually studied hospitality.
Yeah.
I love high five.
Cooking,
I love cooking and stuff, and I love people and traveling and all that stuff. So I studied hospitality, practiced for a year as a front desk hostess, receptionist, in simpler terms. And yeah, it felt like a box, you know. I'm a wild spirit, so I got into modeling. Yeah.
So I mean, like, and then after then, like, did it like just took off like that, or you had like your ways, like, you know,
not at all,
trying to find agencies and all that?
Finding an agency, I was scouted, so it wasn't really that hard finding an agency, but that's just like
more
a very minuscule step towards the bigger goal. So finding an agency wasn't hard, but going to castings, I think I went to about 60 castings before I got my first job. And my first job was just like my ear showing, you know. I was just going past.
Yeah, people call themselves ear models.
They're hand models, eh?
Serious.
They're people that go to sets for hands.
Like, I saw that, you know, that movie Zoolander.
Which one?
Zoolander. Ben Stiller, the guy with the sure. So like that movie, like Owen Wilson. So you know, he played that Magnum and so Blue Steel. Like that's where I got my poses from and so. But yeah,
so you got your poses from.
If you check out my gram and so, like, you know, sometimes have you ever wondered like how would it feel to look at your gram in another person's perspective?
Right. Have you ever checked your gram from somebody else's account? Never.
I have. Sure. The problem is that it's still being checked out by Yemaya.
That's the thing.
Answer.
That's the thing.
It's like seeing yourself. It's like me seeing you right now.
Yeah.
How do I look?
Yeah, exactly, right? It's freaky. Like, you can't step out of your body and like look at yourself and be like, this is how I look. This is
you
me.
can though.
How?
Subconsciously, unconsciously, and I mean, like, spiritually and shit. Like, I do that, you know.
Okay.
Like some creepy shit, you know. I don't want to go into details. I mean, like, if you're not open-minded, you might think that, but then what you think about that with your own perception, then what I do is like I practice some higher powers and I look at myself. But then that's not the point. The point is not me looking at myself because I already know myself. The point is there's me going outside of the world, and just like looking at everything and being aware. I don't know if that makes sense.
You do.
What's your comfort zone?
What's my comfort zone?
Like, what like when you procrastinate, what do you usually do?
My phone. I spend way too much time on my phone. Yo, way too much time on my
social
phone.
media or like YouTube vibes?
Social media, YouTube. I love documentaries, so I watch a lot of YouTube.
Documentaries about.
Hey guys.
Oh.
I mean, like
Documentaries about everything,
Mm.
spirituality.
Yeah.
Hence, I'm just like, now it makes sense because I watch a lot of that as well. So, documentaries about spirituality, anything that comes to mind, anything that I'm curious about. There's so much like on YouTube actually.
And I want to know about your collaboration with Ford. Like how what was happening? Like what was the deal? And because like
with Ford.
Yeah, because you collaborated with Ford, right?
Yeah.
Or Toyota.
It was Ford.
It was Ford.
Yeah.
Okay, when was this?
This was last year.
Yeah.
Last year, I think around this time last year actually.
Sure.
That's beautiful, man.
Thank you.
Really
Thank
cool.
you.
Sure.
It was just a commercial, hey? It was really just a commercial. What do you want to know? Like how it happened?
Yeah.
And everything.
Oh no, I mean like it was just a commercial.
Yeah, it was a commercial.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Speaking about commercials, right? I saw that.
My favorite.
You know, there's the other dude, Ghost King.
Ghost. Yeah.
Like we were mingling with him, and then break down in communication. Maybe those situations, but like, you know, sometimes sometimes you give somebody a scene, and then people be touched, and that type of vibe. But yeah, like that's unrelated. But yeah, anyway. But like but that vibe, like when you collaborate with such brands, do you is more about the dough or like somebody a brand that you resonate with?
Is it more about? Please repeat that. The dough.
Yeah.
It's not really about the dough. Hey?
Yeah.
The dough is amazing, but trust me, it's not really that amazing. You know, so if you don't really have passion for it, by now I would have given up.
Yeah.
You know, but it's always lovely because every shoot that I do, I tend to meet with people that become part of my next level in a way.
Yeah.
So I've kept very good relationships with the people that I've worked with, especially Papa Ghost. He's an amazing guy and all that stuff. So promote each other stuff. And funny enough, we meet at events as well. You know, there's just always that link between everyone that I meet and you know, not everyone, of course, I won't click with everyone, but there's just certain people that vibrate at my level.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're part of my next level, and I keep them around.
And then like, tell me about spirituality and at the same time your name, Yemaya, because like you know,
there we go.
Very, you know, goddess.
Yes.
Yes. Like.
Understand.
Like give me like how it came about, especially like you also discovering yourself spiritually and like and so on.
Okay, I'll start with Yemaya, right? Which is my first name.
Yeah.
And I think we're having a conversation before this, and I was like, that's my alter ego. It's not really my real name, but it is my real name.
Sure.
That came about when I started modeling. You know. And when I started art, when I got interested in the arts and everything, I was just like, am I good enough? What am I going to do? Why did I even leave my job? Why am I doing this? And then Yemaya came up. I'm not even sure what inspired the name, if I saw a picture or something like that. But I have an interest in spiritual goddesses, especially Yoruba ones. Yemaya is actually a Yoruba goddess of creation. And that came about at that time because I felt like I needed to create something. And that name was going to push me to do that. And yeah, it's been doing well so far.
Seriously.
You know?
And you know, I love even in your blog, like more about you show like you know the Bantu speaking region of Africa, and you show like the Yoruba side, which is like Nigeria side.
Oh yes.
So, like to give people a perspective, like what intrigues about the Yoruba tribe?
The Yoruba tribe.
Yeah. Or maybe or more or less like people that side, because
I'm intrigued by Africans as a whole, eh? By Africans as a whole. So there's just certain cultures in different parts. You know, there's even in the Zulu culture, there are things that interest me. Even in the Xhosa culture, the Tswana culture, there are things that interest me. As for Yoruba, what stands out for me mostly is the spiritual practices that they do and the meanings behind them.
What was that? 11. Like, but sometimes like they even put on these things like they ghosts, like they put on these. I can't really because I don't call them costumes. Like it's like, you
the
know,
white ones.
Yeah, and then they even close their faces, so it's like
okay, well, that's hectic. But yeah,
sure. And like even with the conversation we're speaking about, like, do you believe in like traditional medicine?
Traditional medicine.
Yeah.
I've never tried, but I do believe in it.
Mm.
Yeah, I do believe in it. I do believe in ancestors as well. I believe that I am here because somebody was here before me, and I'm probably here to also take us a bit like further, like a step further, you know, before I leave. And somebody was here before me, and they took us where we are now.
You know, the funeral we were at. Okay, where was that? Saturday until. And then like I was here.
Right? It's exactly like that.
And so like it's all about the music videos again. Yeah, have you seen the music video? Is it the UN General Assembly?
Oh yes. So she just like is by herself and there's like a spotlight and she's doing her thing.
And I don't know what they did because I get it even when the music video ends and like okay in the background and it's like from the LED lights in that's the thing. So I think no, it gives that impression where like you're there, like it's like 3D type of vibe and so. And like showing like I was here. So like basically in the background it's showing like the things that the UN does as well. And also reflect and also like matching with the lyrics of the track. So I think maybe she made the track for the UN, but something happened and so it was like
but it's deep.
I was here.
Yeah.
And then like obviously there's obviously like there's African kids, you know, like they're crying and then like mommy now whatever. So like the basic
whole
stuff.
narrative.
And so, but like I love the people on the game and so such as you and who are the people who do it for you in the who are the people like Garen, are your role models more or less?
In South Africa or everywhere?
In general.
In general, here I have many. Firstly, it's my mom, hey?
Yeah.
Like, opera comes after my mom. Like, my mom has done a lot. Can I go deep into the story?
Enter it.
So, I grew up in Bryanston, right? And my mom was a single parent, and she was a domestic worker. So, we stayed at the back of the house. I don't think she earned more than 3,000, you know, and she managed to actually take my sister, my brother, me to school, to very good schools. Went to varsity, managed to build a house. You know, there's just so much that she has done and the person that she is, and she still manages to give to other people that are just not us, you know, my cousins and all that stuff. So that for me is very huge, and that's one person that I really look up to. And then
how many siblings do you have?
I've got 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a brother and a sister.
Shout out older, younger.
Older, very older.
Oh, so you're the last one.
Yeah. I am.
Would you say like you're spoiled ish or like,
not at all? Okay. Hey, not with my mom. No, not at all.
Like, are you Kosovan?
No. I'm Ndebele.
Oh, Ndebele.
Yeah.
But is she like the backstops here type of parent?
She is with just her eyes. You know how black parents will just give you the eye. You're just like, okay, I'll play. Yeah. Okay, sure. He is. But she's become calmer actually now that I've grown up. Yeah.
And then number 2, Oprah.
Number 2, no, not Oprah. I was just making an example because everyone always says Oprah. Number 2, I have so many people that I look up to. I look up to Bonang a lot. Okay. I feel like she's worked very hard. I look up to a lot of people. Lupita. I look up to. There's a lot of people. I'm sorry, I can't mention all of them. Yeah.
What's the impact you want to have? You want to leave in the world?
What's the impact I want to leave in the world?
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep, eh? That's deep. I'd like to inspire someone to be better. Yeah. You know. Especially with the people that I just mentioned now, are people that have inspired me to be better, people that have come from backgrounds that are similar to mine, and
they
managed to overcome that and managed to become better and to better themselves. And I think that for me is what I feel like I'm here for, you know. It's like with the Sprite ad or with the Ford ad or whatever, you know, the first time I did that, the first time it even showed, the kids in my street were very excited, you know, like before anyone, the kids in my street were very excited. And that for me is like everything, you know, showing somebody younger than me a different narrative of a black girl, you know. So yeah, I think that's it. And my other name is Althea, actually. My real name is Althea. That means healer. So definitely gonna do some healing as well.
Living up to your name.
Yeah.
I mean, like, does it change you? Maybe like shooting an ad with like a big brand like Sprite, you know, and like coming back to the hood. Like, do you feel any different? You know, not literally to the hood, but like where you were living, and like people look at you different. They be like, wow, you know, you were a step further than where you are, and you know, does it like make you a different person or?
Me personally, not really. I'm still the same. But I think to people around me, it's, like I say, it's very inspiring because they know where I'm from. You know, they've seen me hustle, you know, for years and, you know, trying to push this. And everyone's just like, "Alo, you know, sure. Like, this one is crazy. What is she doing with this TV thing? You know? But when it works out, everyone gets excited. Everyone gets inspired. So I don't really feel different myself, but I think people around me feel differently about me, or the belief in you is kind of more, you know, when they see the fruits of your labor.
And how long you've been pushing like your passion?
How long? Pushing it actively, it's been a year. Since last year, so a year and a half. But then pushing it,
building foundation,
pageants, and all that stuff, I started like in primary. Started in primary.
Stories of the struggle.
Yo.
And like you've been.
It's been a journey. Still is. Is.
Okay. Earlier on, you spoke about like you were working as a receptionist and all that, you know. So like I want to know what advice would you give to someone, you know, like an artist. You know, when you're an artist and you're stuck like in a box, like you said, like working for someone, like feeling like a robot, you know, and like you feel like, damn, should I leave my job? You know, should I chase this? Like, how am I gonna eat? How am I gonna live? You know, because I'm depending on this. Like, what step or what conclusion do you come? You be like, okay, fuck this shit, I'm out. Do you say first? Do you pray to God? Do you speak to your mom? What do you do?
Funny enough, I didn't even speak to my mom. She was so mad, I didn't even tell her that I quit. I think mostly it's in trusting your heart, it goes back to spirituality and knowing that you are here for a reason, and knowing that God speaks to you through your heart. As long as you know that, you know, as long as you have that trust in yourself and the trust in your heart, there's always going to be a way, you know, as much as uzolala ngama noodles or whatever, but at the end of the day, there's going to be a way, and it's going to be very rewarding.
So would you say what you're doing, like, it's the true nature of your existence?
I'm on the path to discovering that.
Cool. So, but like, if I had to ask you, like, what's the highest version of Althea? You know, where do you see Althea, like, when you visualize, like?
When I visualize. Yo, guys, I don't know.
Come on, you gotta
I don't know. I'm still finding myself, for real.
I'm
still finding myself. I can't say I see Althea as the next president.
You live a space for the universe to give you what you guys.
Exactly. You're speaking my language.
Okay. No, because like
exactly.
Okay, cool. So, do you believe in God though?
I do.
Which God? The Father, the Mother, because like there's a lot of gods.
Do I believe in God? I do believe in God, but I'd like to define him myself, him or her.
Yeah.
Myself, yeah. I don't believe in Jesus. Yeah. I do have respect for people that do.
Hello?
I do have respect for people that believe in Jah or whatever, but I don't know. I just don't. I believe mostly in. I don't want to sound bad. I don't want to sound like I'm saying I'm a god or anything like that, but I believe that God lives in me, or a manifestation of God is inside me as well. So I don't really pray to a god. Like, I'd rather meditate or like do yoga. I do believe in spiritual ancestral practices as well. So Pashla and all that stuff, I do that. I'm not really a religious person.
So okay, so who do you cry to, like, when maybe you're about to go on set and like anxiety is attacking you and then like you start feeling nervous? Like what's your mantra?
what's my mantra? I do pray to God,
Yeah.
but it's just a different God, and there's just a different way of praying to that God. You know, there's no like set way of me like praying to that God. And it's also, I believe that God is partly my mind.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm going to set, or whenever I'm going to a place or an audition even, and I'm nervous, it's all about programming my mind and telling it, you okay, you got this. If you don't get it, it's not yours.
Yeah.
You know, if you get it, then it's a part of your path. And I think that's the law of attraction.
I mean, like, I feel like a lot of people, you know, you should like, are you planning to like to do some motivational speaking and all that, like for to empower ladies and all that? I mean, like, for real.
Okay.
Because like the way you got it going on, I feel like that's how like